Sebastian Mirancola once said, "The legalization of marijuana is not a dangerous experiment. The prohibition is the experiment." And it has failed dramatically with millions of victims all around the world. A daily discussion amongst our population is what should happen or what should we do. Today, I'm going to tell you what we should do. There are many positives in drug legalization. First off is the abundant financial opportunities. Millions and millions of tax-free dollars are made illegally each week alone. Let's take a minute and think about the debt the United States of America is in at the moment and how that debt could be trimmed down and eliminated if the outlook on drugs wasn't so negative. If our government could learn to control the drugs that they sell, it would eliminate our country's debt by a ton. When we look at the illegal drugs, certain few are not relatively bad for us and almost therapeutic. For example, the most controversial drug is marijuana. Marijuana has never caused a death, and it itself is used for therapeutic uses. Marijuana is used for glaucoma cancer and easing the pain of terminal illnesses. Doctors have used prescription marijuana as a helpful treatment. While you may say other drugs are as mild as marijuana, that is for lawmakers and doctors to decide, not I. All in all, as this issue gets more and more serious, we need not to be afraid to address it. While the positives are numerous for drug legalization, there are still some negatives. A first negative, for the average man, think of how much money you could save instead of spending it on drugs. If you eliminated drugs, then there would be so much money saved. Second is that drugs alter our thought process and reactivity to simple tasks. The problem with drugs is that they stimulate our brain. We feel pressure and desire the feeling under the influence, resulting in addiction of drugs. And being addicted would also cause your financial standpoint to go up. Because of being addicted, it would cause you to spend more money on drugs, which is a double negative. My last negative is that the effects of drugs are ultimately mind-altering, and continued use of certain kinds of drugs can and will kill you. You must look at the possibility of any drug not being cured or tampered with. In the big array of things, what is the worst that can happen? That may sound so cliche and outlandish, but really, I'm not suggesting legalization of all drugs, but let's just say marijuana, for instance. All of the good coming from the particular drug certainly outweighs the bad. If prescription marijuana that is given by a doctor could just save one person's life, I think that it's very necessary to legalize marijuana. Even if it is only one person, that's somebody who doesn't have to pass away that won't. Let's be rational for a moment. If European countries can be mindful and control drugs, then why can't we?